Hey, happy Wednesday. Interesting morning. Conversation with someone that back in the day we would have called a motor mouth. Now, this is a friend, not a client, but oh my gosh, I love this person to death. But when they call, you just better grab something to drink and buckle up because it's going to be a one-way conversation. They don't even take time to breathe. From the time you say, hey, that's it. Until they're ready to end the conversation, you're not getting a word in edgewise. Let's talk about why. Could be. At times, they're in a panic. When people are in a panic, when there's trauma, they're going to talk fast and furious. That's just, your mind races. Totally understandable. When I worked in surgical intensive care, we saw this a lot. Family members come in, somebody's been in a car accident, they've had a stroke, whatever, and they are in a panic. That's okay. Sit with them, calm them down, get them something to drink. They'll be okay. However, other people, this is a way of life. As a child, they probably were not heard. They were told to shush. Go in your room, read a book, go play. Their voice didn't count. So now when they have an opportunity to speak, they're making up for lost time. As they grew up, the relationships that they were in, again, their voice didn't matter. They weren't heard. They want to be heard. So when they're given an opportunity to talk, they're going to do it. And it can seem like they're almost vomiting words. I mean, it just gushes out nonstop. They don't even stop to breathe. What they don't understand is when they're doing this, you can't hear what they're saying. It's so much, so fast, so furious, you can't comprehend. You can kind of pick up the highlights, but it's incomprehensible. You can try and say, slow down. They're not going to hear you because they're so focused on getting the next word out, their next thought. They're not picking up anything you're saying. If you're trying to have an important conversation with these people, just let them go. Let them get it all out and then stop them and say, you need to stop and listen to me now. This is important. And then state your point. As you're talking to them, if they're interrupting you, tell them, no, you need to listen. You have to be kind of firm because they're thinking about the next, they're not listening to you, they're thinking about a response. Children do that. That's very common in kids. Well, we're talking about adults. They need to stop. You have to tell them, stop. You have to stop now. And now it's your turn to listen to me. You can't interrupt them. There is no interrupting them. They're going to talk over you. They're just going to mow you down. Stop. You need to listen to me now. And you might have to say that 2 or 3 times. No, stop, stop. Listen. You need to listen to me. And then share your point of view. People that don't feel heard will do whatever it takes to get their point across. And it doesn't work. And then they wonder why they don't feel heard. They're in a bit of a loop. They have something they want to share. They open their mouth, it starts falling out, and they don't have an off switch. And they're talking so fast, no one can understand what they're saying. Nobody can comprehend their point. They're kind of bouncing all over the place. And then they wonder why they aren't heard, why they're not respected, why their voice, doesn't carry any weight. So let's work together to try to stop that. Bring it to their attention. You're talking too fast. You're not making sense. You need to slow down, take a breath, find out if your audience, whoever you're talking to, understands. Say, do you understand? Tell them if you don't. Say, hold it, back up, slow down. I don't get it. But they need to have this brought to their attention. If they're wondering why they're not heard, they're doing it to themselves. It's a bit of self-sabotage and they don't realize it. If they need to talk to me, I'll be happy to talk to them, but it won't do a lot of good until they recognize why they're doing this. It's a loop. They want to be heard. Stop vomiting words. Slow down. Take a breath. Allow others to interact, and then continue.